Hello and welcome to Flooring Models Kit Review time. Today we've got Eduard's new release. This is the 1/48 scale Bf109 dual set. Okay, now this is a limited edition version. You might remember last week or so we did this one, which I absolutely love the artwork. I'm just going to get this out of the way now. I think honestly these should be posters. So Eduard, if you're listening, we need these as posters. They'll look lovely on my walls around in here. Feel free to send me any. But I absolutely love it. I was never a fan of the landscape and obviously the portrait style of boxes, because the thing is, when you're trying to do thumbnails and stuff, they are a nightmare. But actually, portrait mode like this is absolutely fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so what have we got down in here? So it's a little bit tricky to show on this one. Basically, what we've got is two Bf109Es in one box, so you can actually make two of them with the different versions down in here. So really it's the Battle of Britain combo set, if you like. So being the E, it's the early version. We've got the yellow nose ones, as you can see down on here. So your kit number for this one is 11144. Pretty straightforward. There's another bit of info down in there. This is actually what you get. So as I said before, you do get two Bf109Es in here to go through with it. You get decals for 13 different types of markings in there. We get two lots of the Brazin wheels, okay? And also we actually get the figure of Galand as well. So that's quite good. Okay, so if I can get in the box, we are in. Okay, if that will stand, probably never. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so in the box, as you can see, we've got dualed in. So we've got two fuselages all in there, and then we've got two of everything in there as well. We've got two bags, obviously with the clear parts. And then down in here, as I said, we've got the seated figure we'll look at properly in a moment. And then obviously we've got two lots of wheels and things like that. The decals. Okay, that's all the different options down in here with this. We'll obviously get the mask set as well, so two lots of masks, two lots of photo etch, as you can see, and then we get two lots of colour photo etch for the instrument panel. So you see you get plenty in the old box with these. All right, so as always we'll start off in the instructions. So obviously a little bit of history about Galand and obviously his aircraft and various things in here. Okay, and obviously the aircraft itself. Colour callouts and the various bits and pieces are obviously on the first page as normal. Obviously greyed out areas we're not going to use as different versions, as we know, of the 109, so that's what you're looking for there. Red areas mean you need to remove it, putting down the photo edge first. So basically running right the way through the cockpit, doing the grills for the actual air intakes and various things like that, the different instrument panels, the seats, so forth and so on, and down in there like that. Okay, and then obviously working with the engine, so we've got a fully detailed engine as well, so that's really nice, and the sort of upper gun deck at the front as well. So once you've got all of that together, it's basically just shoehorning it all in there. Guns going in the top, we've got the shrouds going on the front and everything, some last minute little exhausts and various parts are being fitted down in there, depending which version you're doing. Wings, so we've got the wheel wells going in there, we've got the radiators and grills being fitted into this one, you've got the control surfaces right the way through, and then adding all of that lot in, okay, getting those in. Tailplanes going through as well, and obviously the rudders and various parts being fitted in with that one. Then you've got the actual braces, the famous 109 braces for the actual tailplanes. Gear, and this is what I thought originally it looked like a bit of a bomb or something, but actually it's a aftermarket part which is actually done in resin, which is for the wheel spokes, which is actually very nice as well. Gear being fitted down into those ones and then putting it in, and then obviously you've got the difference if you want open or closed for the engine cowls, obviously the canopies, the various parts, so you've got the prop and spinner being fitted down on there like that. And then obviously the glasswork being fitted whichever way you want to go. We've got an alignment guide as well, so that's one's done. So I'll say you've got an alternative version as well if you actually want it closed nose, okay, with the nose all together and various things. So that's what that little part is showing on there, okay. Bomb racks being fitted onto the belly if you wanted to go down that route, okay, and we've got a little alignment piece of photo etch as well to make sure that the fins are in the right area. Very nice indeed. Then, and as I say, I'll briefly go through them, but as I say, I'm not going to mutilate names and things like that. You've got all the different versions, okay, so you've got 13 types of 109s down in here, okay, with all the different colour schemes and options. Yellow nose ones obviously in splinter, in the more mottled effect, Okay, we've got white tails, we've obviously got yellows, and you name it, we've got it, all the different versions down in here. I've done this one a few times. Okay, so as you can see, some really very nice options. And again, the different way that the camo patterns are done, this one's obviously done, get the glare off it, might help, looks like somebody's attacked it with a spray can, okay, right the way through. And then we've obviously got the stencil data and placement down at the back. So actually very nice indeed. Okay, so if we start in the decals, which to be honest, I don't think we need to look too hard into these because we're assuming these are going to be fantastic. Okay, so, okay, move the bag out of the way and we peel these off. Okay, so these look like your standard type decals, not like the other ones that we've seen which have got that peel off system, but on the close up, as you can see, looking at the carrier, it's all pretty nice. Some nice options we were saying in these all the way through, so that looks your standard way, and obviously as you might expect, no swastikas shown, so you put them together, which actually is a better way of doing it than having it in halves and stuff. So that's probably easier to put together than the other one. Obviously it's jeweled up as well, so we've got two lots of instrument panels, but we've got the colour ones, which we'll look at in a moment. Two lots of stencil data, so we'll lose one, and then we've got the other one just down in here, so we've got the stencil data, as you can see, beautifully done as well. As I say, nice job on those. Okay, so we won't worry about getting these out as such, but we've got the colour instrument panels, okay, and we've got harnesses down in there as well, two of those obviously for the two kits. Then we've got this little bit of photo etch with the grills. This is that bomb alignment jig as well to go in here with the photo etch for the tail fins and stuff like that. Again, two of those in there as well. Okay, so two of those. Dual mask set as well, so we've got a mask set, and it's very difficult to see it in there, but that's all die cut. There we go, you can just see that in there as well, so you don't have to worry about masking and all of those good things. And we've got two lots, but you only get one figure of this. So obviously we've got two wheels and a tail, two wheels, a tail, and a wheel, and then obviously this, which are the actual inner parts for the hub. Very nicely done. The wheels, which strangely enough, they're not weighted, which I thought they would be. So no weight on wheels, unfortunately, but again, very nice. All right, and a tail wheel, which weirdly is done in white. Not sure about that. And a figure. So we got Galand here. Not too sure about his expression. Technically, I know what that's for. So the hole in his face is for his cigar, which is in between his legs, because he's famous for his cigar and the various parts as well. So we've got a seated version of him that's down in there. So again, very nice job. Okay, so pop those back in. Let's have a look at the plastic. Okay, so clear parts. Again, we've got two lots of clear parts, and this one is already, tell you what, we'll leave that one in there because that one's come apart and is running around loose. So let's get one that is attached. Okay, so you can see down in here, really good, crystal clear, no problems with pretty much any of that. That all looks very, very nice, good and clear, no real problems. So good clear parts, as we'd expect, to be honest. Okay, so in the bag, as I say, it's all duplicated and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is just going to grab one of each, and we'll lose the other. Okay, so as we know, Eduard do some absolutely amazing details. Okay, so riveting details you can see down in here on that fuselage is absolutely gorgeous, spot on with scale, things like that. So that's very, very nice indeed. We've got the lower bomb rack, you can see down in there. We've got over the engines for the two machine guns on the top. Again, very nicely done indeed, no problem with those. And again, some of the other areas. And down, and obviously in the inside we've got a little bit of detail for the internals, but that beautifully polished out mould in there as well. So no eject pins in anywhere that's going to be in the way, so that's very nice indeed. Wing section, as you can see here, looks pretty good, and again, detail is everything. Lovely details down in here with all of that recessed riveting and panel lining. It's going to take a wash, absolutely fantastic. And on the top as well. Really very, very nice indeed. As you say, good, clean, crisp details. Even right down in here, this is raised as well. So you've got raised and recessed details. So it's all raised as it would be down in here as well for the wheel wells. So it's not much to see in that one. But you can see very, very nicely done indeed. Okay. Then into the main area, we have jewels in here as well. So it is the same. So we'll finish one of those and one of those. I'll leave that one there. Okay. So as you can see, sprue absolutely loaded with goodies. I'll have it the right way around. There we go. So as you can see up the top here, we got the wheel wells, full depth on those. Really very nice indeed. And then again, we've got the control surfaces, we've got the bomb, we've got all the parts, the air scoops, the various things. We've got the geared doors, which are, again, there's no ejector pins on them or anything else like that. It's really nice. We've got these little slats, spring-loaded slats, I think they are on those ones. And then the control surfaces, so we've got the ailerons, the tailplanes moulded in one, the smaller bombs. And then again, we've got various things for hubs and wheels and that, but obviously you've got the resin one, so you won't need any of that. The cockpit areas, details, things like that. And then again, on the other side, beautifully done. No problem with that at all. Good, clean, sharp, no flash, no sink marks. To be honest, nothing at all. It's really very, very nice indeed. Okay, next up, we've got the parts for the engine and the various bits in here like that. So that's actually very nice indeed. So as you can see, that gorgeous engine. Drop tanks I don't think we use on these ones, but obviously we've got the engine mounts and then all the small parts. We've got little trim wheels down in there, all the little details around the engines, the actual bits for the engines themselves. Again, looking all very nice. Cockpit floor, and then beautiful work for the actual head area and the cushions, the armour plating, the spinners, different types of spinners. Obviously you've got the one with the cannon in the nose and there's one without. Okay, I think that's the supercharger there. The prop, again, all very, very nice indeed. Good stuff. There you have it. I have to say, it's just on par. Again, it's a beautiful kit. It goes really well, obviously, with the Spitfires, because obviously you've got the early Spitfires, we've got the early 109s, both of them obviously sort of celebrating, if that's the right word, but the Battle of Britain. Again, it's one of those things. Is it the definitive 109? I think so. It's got gorgeous detail, and that's the thing with this kit. The riveting detail, the sharpness of it, and obviously with the engine, bits and pieces like that as well, it puts it pretty much head and shoulders above the other kit manufacturers out there for 109s in this particular scale. And again, you get two in the box as well, so you could do various different versions of that one. Have one on the ground opened up, you could have one in the air if you wanted to, two for the same type of squadron, various things like that. There's lots of different options, and you can have a lot of fun with all the different colour schemes and the various things in there. So really, what is not to love about that scheme? It's got to be an absolute must, let's face it. Anyway, as always, it is available through the PM store, so you can get it from there. But anyway, that's the Eduard 148 scale Bf109 dual combo Battle of Britain set.